How to use ROSI browse screens. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand the purpose of a browse screen and navigate the functionalities of a browse screen. ROSI's default appearance is a dark color scheme, but for the purpose of this video, we changed the way ROSI looks. To make this change on your end, visit the ROSI appearance page at uoft.me/rosi-appearance and follow the instructions provided. Let's start with the purpose of a browse screen. A browse screen is a view-only screen that displays a list of information but does not allow you to select or maintain the information. Here's an example. From the main menu, type 2 in the code field and click the Enter button or press the Enter key. The Manage Person menu screen will appear. Type C in the code field. Enter a surname in the surname field and click the Enter button or press the Enter key. The surname search screen will appear. The surname search screen is an example of a browse screen. It displays a list of students with surnames beginning with the surname you entered. In this example, the surname is Test. Now, let's learn how browse screens work. All browse screens include function buttons. ROSI has a total of 12 function buttons found at the bottom of each screen. Function buttons have the same meaning across all modules in ROSI. However, not all function buttons are available on every screen. If a button appears on your ROSI screen, then its functionality is active. For instance, functions for Enter, Help, Return, Quit, Backward, Forward, Left, Right, and Main menu are all active on this surname search screen. Let's review the 12 function buttons in more details. The Help function button is to view screen or field help in ROSI. To view any field help, press the Tab key on your keyboard to go to the field and click Help, or double-click within the field. And to view screen help, double-click a blank area of the screen. The Return function button is to move back one level to the previous menu or exit a maintenance screen, or to enter a maintenance screen from a browse screen. The Quit button function is to exit ROSI. If you click the Quit button, a confirmation message will appear. Click the Quit button again to confirm that you want to exit ROSI. The Add button is to add a new record on a maintenance screen. The Add button is not displayed on all screens. The Backward button is to scroll backward to a previous screen if you are working with several data entry screens, or if you are working with a list of valid values that comprise more than one screen. The Forward button is to scroll forward to the next screen if you are working with several data entry screens, or if you are working with a list of valid values that comprise more than one screen. The Left button function is to scroll to the panel on the left of where you are. ROSI displays the number of panels available for scrolling to the left of the current screen. This number is displayed in the upper left corner of the current screen. The Left button is not available on all screens. The Right button is to scroll to the panel on the right of where you are. ROSI displays the number of panels available for scrolling to the right of the current screen. This number is displayed in the upper right corner of the current screen. The Right button is not available on all screens. And the Main button function is to return to the main menu. This function is not available on all screens. In the surname search screen example, the End of Data message is missing, which means that more data is available. To see the rest of the data, click the Forward button to scroll down through the list. When you reach the end of a data list, you will see End of Data. Press the Backward button to scroll back up through the list. The Print button function is only available on screens that allow printing of reports or records. Clicking the Print button will display a pop-up screen where you can enter the printer destination. That's it! Now you know how to use ROSI browse screens. Want to learn more about ROSI? Check out the other learning videos from the ROSI Overview course page, or go to the Enterprise Service Center website and check the Student Information Systems knowledge base articles.